Good morning, students. This is the fourth video of the chapter Weavers, Iron Smelters and Factory Owner. And in this particular video, we are going to discuss a subtopic that is cotton mills come up. So far we discussed that how Indian textiles declined with the emergence of British Empire in India. We also discussed how the Industrial Revolution created its impact on Indian small weavers. Now in this particular topic we are going to discuss that how cotton mills developed in India and thereafter how it encountered, how it witnessed the competition, as well as we will try to understand how at last change occurred in Indian society and our cotton mills got revival. So let us discuss this topic. First cotton mill was set up as a spinning mill in Bombay in 1854. So in India, the first cotton mill was established, and it was established mainly as a spinning mill in Bombay in 1854. We all know that Bombay was one of the presidency of Britain, and at that time it was very challenging to establish any particular cotton mill or any particular mill at that time. But finally, because the Britishers also wanted that such type of industry should be established, and this is how this particular type of mill is established in Bombay. From early 19th century, Bombay became an important port to export raw cotton to England and China. Now, what was the importance of Bombay? We already discussed that Bombay was a mainly exporter city, and from there important ports were there, and from those ports important raw materials, particularly the cotton, was exported to Britain and China. And already in China and Britain, industrial revolution was going on, particularly in Britain. So as a result, they were using our raw cotton to manufacture their clothes. So it is quite interesting to understand that Bombay became the most important port to export raw cotton. And after that, we need to understand also that from here only, why the raw cotton was exported, because Bombay is nearby the area where cotton balls are grown. Basically, in that particular area in Maharashtra region, you will find that it is a part of Deccan region, and here black soils are present, and because of black soil, cotton is grown. And as there is a multiplicity, or as there is a proper presence of raw cotton, it is very easy to export it from there. So that is why at the time also raw cotton was exported to Bombay. And England and China were using such raw cotton to produce goods by using their machines, because already machine was in practice there. So we need to understand here. Okay, now, so cotton is set up, got easily raw material. In India also, when these cotton mills were set up, now they could easily get raw materials, because now raw materials was easily available. So in India also, when the cotton mills were established in 1854, and even after that, it was very easy for them to get the raw materials, particularly the cotton balls. So it is very easy to establish or to survive with the cotton mills. Now by 1900, 84 mills established in Bombay. So we need to understand here that it was because of the presence of raw material and because of the favorable condition, finally by 1900, 84 mills were established in Bombay alone. That was the biggest achievement of that time. That only one factory was established in 1854, and after that, just around 50 years, 84 mills came up, and they were producing. And after Ahmedabad, Kanpur, they also witnessed mills, they also witnessed cotton mills, they also witnessed different types of spinning mills. So that was the biggest achievement. And basically these Ahmedabad, Kanpur mills, these were established by many Indians. We need to understand here that how Indians got the opportunity to establish mills in our country. many Indians who got involved in the trade that was going on between the Britain and China, that was going on between the England and China, many Indians got involved. And they earned money in this process. So once the Indian earned that money, they understood, they thought that we should start our own mill, we should start our own business, we should become factory owner. So this is how the Indians got the opportunity, and finally Indians translated this opportunity into reality. And this is how many Indian cotton mills were established in Bombay, Ahmedabad, Kanpur, that was a part of central province at that time. And we can easily understand that how this particular cotton mills were established, and it was accelerated over the time. Now, what were the challenges? What were the challenges? Even though the cotton mills were established in Bombay, Kanpur, or Ahmedabad, but still they were facing the challenges. They were also producing the clothes, and on the other hand, the clothes were coming from Britain or England, and it was cheaper. If you are going to compare the textile clothes that was made by cotton mills, so basically the product was cheaper. So here also the challenges were there. So Indian mills or Indian cotton mills particularly were facing the challenges from the Britishers. Second thing, their market was not open. We already discussed that they imposed heavy import duty, so that our goods could not reach in their market. And on the other hand, our market was open for their products. So basically, the ready-made goods or the cotton mills were facing much trouble, were facing much challenges from the outsiders because of their goods, because of their products. But as it is said that after day or after night, day is coming. So in the same way, in India, the Indian businessmen, they got some benefits also, they got some profit also. Every time they were under the shadow of British Empire, but after that situation changed little bit in India. Particularly, we are talking about change after the First World War. So after the First World War, there was a great requirement for uniforms, for different type of textile products. So that is why Indians were given little bit freedom to go with production of Indian textile. And finally, Indian textile was produced in the Indian mills, and after that they were sold in the international market. So there was, during First World War, there was a great demand for Indian products, Indian textile, in the form of uniform or in the form of other important products, textile products. So during First World War, situation changed, and the cotton mill that was facing much challenges in the British time now got accelerated. It started producing more and more materials. Similarly, situation also changed when the Swadeshi movement started in 1905, and even after that, when Indians boycotted the foreign goods and they welcomed the Indian goods. So they boycotted the foreign goods. On the other hand, they welcomed the Indian goods, particularly the khadi that was made with the help of charkha or the ordinary weavers. So this is how the Swadeshi movement, because of the Swadeshi movement, there was a revival of cotton mills, or there was a revival of cotton textile in India. And at the same time, we blocked the emergence of Manchester goods or foreign goods or British goods in India. So we saw here that finally there was a revival. The cotton mill emerged in 1954, and finally around 1914 or from 1905, after that 1900, it got some revival also, and it emerged because of various reasons. So we discussed all the reasons. So this is all about in this video. Thank you so much.